You know,
I'm too quick for you, son.
I guess it was what we were supposed to expect it to be. As soon as it's available, I'm gonna put the link right down below in the description box. The first episode of Showtime All Access for Mayweather vs. McGregor came on tonight. Basically, if you don't know what All Access is, it's a mini-series or what's called a docudrama, a sports docudrama, where they follow the boxers up until the event, and in All Access's case, after the event, in which they have an epilogue. So there's going to be 4 episodes. The first episode came on, today, July 29th, and then, each week until after the fight when the epilogue comes on. So it's like this, right? I guess from watching every single episode of All Access to ever exist, and HBO 24/7, you know what the format is. The first show is usually how the fighters got to the point of where they're at. Especially in Mayweather's case, they can't keep doing origin stories, so therefore they have to, talk about who he is briefly. 20-year career, never been defeated. And they got to talk about, how he's got the money, and how he, how this McGregor fight came about. One thing I did like about All Access is they didn't try to butcher Conor McGregor slaughtering Floyd in the press conferences. And even in the edited stuff that we've seen on All Access, and they went through each press tour. Remember, first one was in LA, second one was in Toronto, third one was in New York. I was there, blessed, and then the last one was in London. So we at Fight View 360 and TstreeT Controversy, we're blessed to say that we covered, the entire world tour for Mayweather versus McGregor, and I'm still sitting on tons of content that I haven't even put out yet. So, they went through each and every press tour, and of course you know that, or if you don't know, the show is only about a half an hour long. So let me see.
Shock the best boxer of a generation, and prove that he is the best fighter in the world.
Sit back and enjoy the show, and when it's all said and done, don't ever fucking doubt me again.
So, now the second episode is going to be good, and the third episode, of course the one before the fight, should be very good as well. You know why? Because we're going to get to see, like in training camp stuff, what kind of shit, Conor McGregor's working on. How Floyd, of course, carrying the show, how he's looking in camp. What type of training routine Conor McGregor is going to, have. Also a look into his, personal life. Also, Conor McGregor is also going to be having something that UFC is going to be unveiling very soon. So it's not just fully Showtime promoting this fight as far as digital content, what this is called these days. So it's like this, right? What if he loses? What if in some Mandela effect alternate reality and shit, Floyd Mayweather loses? I'm just saying. All it takes is one shot in this sport, man, and Floyd never seen that type of style. So there's something very seductive about this fight that even for the casuals, not the casuals, for the hardcore fans who say, man, I'm not buying that shit, this fucking circus show. You're still gonna buy it. You're gonna watch it. And if you're not watching it, somebody you know is watching it. Listen, they still love press conferences. Press conferences. They did a 4-city tour where they put thousands of people in a press conference and they charged for it. Major numbers on YouTube, streamed on multiple platforms. You had UFC media, boxing media. There was so much going on. I've never been to no crazy shit like that before. The press conference, the press event in New York was about 7.5 hours long. It's crazy. The whole event itself was 7 hours. It wasn't even fights. It just was walking around. Oh, this is going on over here. Oh, this is going on over there. Oh, this is going on over there. It's crazy. So, I'm just hoping that this doesn't dry out like the press conferences did. Because once they got... Okay, I feel like this. I feel that Floyd won. I feel that Floyd won L.A. I feel that he won L.A. because what if the microphone didn't get cut off? I feel that Conor won Toronto. Conor won New York with the, but Floyd with the whole form Voltron though. You know, that was some legit shit. Also, All Access showed like that was some planned ass shit. Like he went to his team of security guards, or as Conor said, the juice heads, and said, well, you know, when I say form Voltron, I want you to all form like this. But see, they did that shit all lackadaisical though. I didn't like how they did that shit. They're supposed to go up there and say, raw, you know, and just sit there and just look all stone cold and shit. You know? So they kind of fucked it up. The one guy, you know, just walked up, you know, Italian looking guy, whatever he is, just walked up, smile on his face. Come on, man, form Voltron. You know? If you don't know who Voltron is, Voltron was like Transformers, but like a mix between Transformers and Power Rangers Zords, where a whole bunch of fucking shit comes together to make one big ass fucking robot. Just some shit. So they didn't form Voltron very well. And also, if they was to truly form Voltron, they would have to do like that cheerleader shit when they standing on top of each other's head. One person would have to be the arm and shit, and another person would be a leg. But anyway, we doing our work, man. We trying to get to that fight. We trying to get to that fight. You know what's gonna happen when I go to Vegas? I'm gonna be like, it's hot as shit. But we're working on it, man. We're working on it. So even if we don't go to the fight, we're gonna go to the fight with events, and then, you know, just watch the fight from our beautiful rented condo that we're gonna have. You know? So we got a name in the hat. We're covering events all over the world now. I'm gonna personally be at Broner versus R. Garcia. Big Bro Floyd is supposed to be there. We have a lot more to talk about in regards to what I feel about the fight, but we're going to spread it out over every single episode. HBO of All Access. Also, HBO 24/7 is just not what it used to be. You know, it needs to have some young blood infusion. Now, All Access is okay, but they're still missing something. You know, still missing something. So, you know, I've been talking to some people and promotional company called Global Legacy Boxing as far as digital content is concerned. So as we cover more episodes of All Access, and the closer we get to the fight, the more I'm going to talk about what's going on with that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link down in the description box, and I want you to click the link and go over, and I want you to start, like, you know, like, what do you want from these All Access HBO 24/7s? Because I'm starting to feel that they say that they're All Access, but it's not really All Access. They say that they're HBO 24/7, but it's not really HBO 24/7. Truth be told, as I was saying earlier, I'm surprised that they didn't censor, you know, or try to edit as much as they could to make Mayweather look like he was, you know, like dominating at the press conferences. You know, I like how they did that. And remember, who's in charge of these All Accesses is Steven Espinoza, who Conor McGregor calls the Weasel, right? But of course, he's got to be smart enough to know, like, well, shit, he's selling the fight. Call me a Weasel all you want. That's how I be. I'd be like, oh shit, you fucking with me, the president? Oh shit. But no, I act like I'm pissed off. I'd be like, oh, this seller, you know. But yeah, I'll be down with it, man. So, it's Steven Espinoza, obviously he's the head of Showtime, and also you have Floyd Mayweather, who looks at this shit and he's got to, you know, give a sign off. Or I don't know if it's like that now. But also, you don't want the UFC and Dana White being like, that's Showtime, All Access shit is fake. Why did they show Conor, you know, like in the bad light like that and not give him like equal enough shot in Floyd, like he wasn't slaughtering Floyd, you know? So you can say that Floyd Mayweather can have All Access look any way he wants to make it seem like, you know, he was winning the press conferences, despite what you think or not. It wouldn't have been fair to the UFC and a bad business move on Showtime to snake them like that. You know, to do some snake shit like that. Because what if you want to work with, you know, the UFC in the future? Yeah, Conor McGregor may be talking all that shit about Steven Espinoza, but he's not dumb to be like, oh, well, you know, he'll never be able to work for Showtime. You know, because dude brings in so much money. And then what if he does win from? What if he does win with Floyd? You don't want to be Steven Espinoza and then lose out on that chance to have Conor McGregor, right? You know, because he called you a weasel. You know, you're going to lose your job. Like, what if HBO say, oh shit, Showtime don't want you? Yo, come over here, bro, and we'll match you whatever, who the fuck you want to match with. And we'll run you into the ground. You know? So, a lot of people also have questions thinking that Conor's going to retire and not go back to the UFC. You know, one of the things that I've heard numerous times in many different ways is that the UFC did not want Conor McGregor to miss a whole year. So they was like, yo, we get this fight done now, so his ass can be back in the UFC by the end of this year. So he's supposed to be fighting in September, August. and then probably likely in December. So whatever happens with this fight, his ass has got to go back to the UFC. You know. So, you know, the arena has been secured. They're still selling tickets. If you go look on tmobilearena.com, I believe the most expensive ticket I saw was like $15,000, but then I saw tickets on StubHub for like $150,000, no, $100,000, you know, or was it $107,000 or $75,000? Either way, it's crazy, you know. But I'm surprised this is not one of those situations where tickets sold out in like 90 seconds. But as you can see, just like I said with those prices, they're expecting like the super rich. I believe the cheapest ticket, which was way up in the super, you know, blessed heavens of the nosebleeds, was like $2,000. You know, so of course the event is going to be sold out. A whole bunch of rich people are going to buy those tickets up. You know, they're going to take their time doing it. You know, or maybe this is just like somebody was saying earlier. They're testing the market, like with the ticket sales, to say, okay, let's see how these shit's going to move first, and then lower them a little bit. But either way, the shit's going to sell. And you know, you got the Irish, they're coming. But I'm going to save the rest, you know, for the video. So expect for me to be doing a lot of Mayweather McGregor videos, and also mixing in content in between that. And Mayweather's going to be at Bruno Garcia, which I'm going to be at. So, you know, please subscribe to Tissue Controversies and Tissue Controversy Live. For those who are here watching this video before July the 29th, Bruno Garcia, I'm going to be there working the full event. We got some great things planned. Thank you for your support. See you tomorrow.